Okay, so today's session is about identity over technique. So why your sound isn't missing plugins, it's missing decisions. So I just was playing a few seconds of that, what we've been working on all week. So everything we've done this week, rhythm, space, contrast, none of it required new plugins to do it. It just required that we made some decisions in terms of our presets, in terms of our sounds selection, and anything else. So let's mute the core, everything else, and play the core elements. We'll just play the rhythmic part and the let's play the rhythm and the bass. Let's do that. Or just solo them. So this still feels like the track. And what we're trying to get at here is that is still identity, regardless of the other parts that are on top of it. So the core of it we created is our identity, and our parts on top of it add the feeling. So most producers think identity is sound. It's not actually sound. Identity is a pattern of decisions that you repeat. So again, it's a pattern of decisions you repeat, and that goes from each track to the one track to the next. And it's basically how you treat the low end, how much space you leave, how you build tension in your tracks, how long you repeat ideas, and your identity is essentially the taste, your taste repeated in each track. So that's what we're trying to get to at the core of this. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to. So we're going to prove the identity survives this reduction process. So solo some elements. So now let's do one more thing here. We designed a simple reactor patch from scratch. One oscillator, one envelope, a slight filter with saturation. Actually, we already have it right here. Here it is. I actually made it. So we have some saturate. Let me add some saturation to it. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do to it. So nothing crazy, not chasing a crazy new patch. Just listening. So we're building something to fit, that fits the identity, what we already have. Maybe add some subtle modulation to it. So we do have an LFO in this sound. Okay, so it's modulating the actual wave shape just over time. So it's moving it from like this one to like that triangle, but you can't see it because it's going really fast. Yeah. And it's not real time, it's just showing, this is what it's doing though. It's just doing this, changing from a sine wave to a triangle a little bit, but really fast like that. So modulating. So let's put it all back together. So we got some texture now. So adding a subject. So notice I'm not asking you so much, is this an oppressive sound? But more I'm asking, does this belong in the track that we're creating? So let's listen again. So let's take out some layers just for now. So you want to resist adding layers in the beginning so you get that identity form for your track. This is where most producers get uncomfortable with repetition that happens here. But instead of adding, I'm just tweaking. I'm making small changes, maybe velocity, maybe groove or timing, maybe in my envelope decay, and refining beats addition every time. So refining beats addition every single time. So you want to make sure that you're refining your ideas rather than just adding on top of them. Yeah, there's space for that, but yeah, you want to refine your ideas. So again, identity doesn't just arrive in your tracks. It stabilizes through the repetition you do and tweaking your parameters. So yeah. So the reason why some nights you might make a decision over, let's say, another one, because you might be still testing your ideas, you might be testing your decisions and your tracks. And this connects with everything you do. So when your decisions become consistent in your track, your identity becomes stable, and yeah, that becomes your version. So if you want to understand sound design on a deeper level, not just copy presets, I made a 4-part mini course, links in the bio, and I'll see you in the next sound design session. So again, we got, let me pause that for a second. So again, yeah, so this week, it was about kind of like tricks. Yeah, so it was about tricks. It wasn't about tricks, sorry. It wasn't about tricks. It was more about having control of your track And using the rhythm is your identity, space is your confidence, and contrast is the energy that you create in your track. And that's a good way to sum it up for making music. Rhythm is your identity, space is the confidence that you have in your track, and contrast is energy. So contrast is like a percussion, anything else you want to contrast in your track, and rhythm creates your identity. So your sound doesn't need to be louder. It needs to be yours and fit what you're doing. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace out.